if you are trying to find something different to do with your Android TV, we have got 5 applications for you. They have been handpicked and they can make your life a lot easier in terms of menu navigations, in terms of gaming, in terms of connectivity, in terms of expanding your storage. So let's move on to number 5.
Now, if you are a person who likes to watch a lot of movies and like to play a lot of games and you're limited by storage, then you can easily expand your Android TV storage. All you need to do is get an external storage drive. It could be a flash drive or a hard drive. Plug it into your TV's USB port and format it. Once the drive gets formatted, it will automatically make it as a part of your internal storage drive. Then you can move your files to this storage, or you can move them later on. As you can see, I have selected the option to move later. So now this is a part of my Android TV's internal storage, and I can easily expand on the storage. Now let's test how the storage works. I'm installing a game over here, and once it's get installed, it could be a part of internal storage or my USB drive. So let's find out where it goes. So as you can see, the game is installed and this has been automatically moved onto the USB drive, and it will depend on your applications.
I hope you found that application to be useful. Moving on to number 4.
Now, if you are a gamer and would like to explore more on Android's potential on a big screen, you can easily connect your external controllers. So as you can see, I've got a Microsoft Xbox controller and I've put it under pairing settings, and I'm adding an accessory in my Bluetooth on the TV. It's under pairing mode, and now I have to go to add accessories. The TV is searching for new accessories, and now it has identified my Xbox wireless controller. Once the controller gets paired, I can easily navigate through the TV and also utilize this in my games. So now the light is constant and the controller is paired. As you can see that I can navigate through the menu and I can easily access the TV's options through my controller. Now let's just test a game and see how it works. I like to play with the trigger buttons, and as you can see, I'm easily able to play Android games on my big screen, and it's fun to play and watch those games on a bigger television as compared to your smaller mobile screen.
Well, that was interesting. Now moving on to number 3.
If you're a person who likes to do casual browsing on your Android TV and is fed up from your Android's on-screen keyboard experience, then you can connect your external wireless keyboard and mouse with this TV. All you need to do is plug in the dongle in the USB port of your TV and it's good to go. So most of the wireless keyboard mouses that are present in the market will work with this TV, although it depends on the make and model of your wireless keyboard mouse. As you can see, I'm casually browsing on this TV and it has made my experience a lot smoother and better as compared to browsing with TV's remote.
Well, I think this application is going to make your life a lot better and a lot easier. Now moving on to number 2.
If you are a person who just loses remote just like me and is not comfortable with using the TV's default remote, then there are certain applications present on the Google Play Store. As you can see, I've got an Android TV remote control. It's a Google LC application. Once the application is installed on your phone, you can connect your phone and TV's Wi-Fi on the same network, and you can select your TV. Once that's done, it will give you a pairing code. I've got 016B, and once that's done, now as you can see, my phone is paired with my TV. Now I can navigate my TV's options through the navigation dial on this application. The center button is the OK button, and I can also access Google Assistant on my TV. Now I can speak
Open YouTube.
on my phone and it'll follow the command. As you can see, the YouTube application is open. I can go back to the home screen. Now I can also access the keyboard options from this application. No need to go to the on-screen keyboard, and you can easily type in your cell phone and can access browsing or can fulfill your typing applications needs directly from your cell phone. Now there's a touchpad setting also, which lets you navigate through the interface. Now I am using a Hisense TV, and Hisense has also got an application which is dedicated to control their televisions. I will do a detailed review of this application in a separate video, for which you can find the link above.
It was great. Now finally moving on to our topmost application, which we have selected to be as number one contender amongst the 5 applications. Moving on to number 1, and here it is.
Now coming to a wireless display from Windows, you can also make your television as a secondary monitor. All you need to do is connect your PC and your television on a same network. Once that's done, you need to go into your Windows laptop settings, select wireless display, and now the television will be your secondary screen. As you can see, I've connected my Windows laptop with Android television, and I can also extend this screen as a secondary screen. So now I can make this as a secondary screen, and I can do my primary work on my laptop. Moreover, I can also make this big television as a primary display window, and I am wirelessly casting through it. If your television comes with a Chromecast built in, which most of the Android TVs nowadays comes with, you can wirelessly display your phone screen on your television. All you need to do is install a Chromecast application, connect your TV with the application. Both should be on the same wireless network, and you can easily cast your phone screen on your television. Now in my previous video, I experienced some lags with the Chromecast, which is now resolved through the Google Home application, and now I can browse seamlessly. Now if you want to control your TV and don't want to drain your phone's battery, you can wirelessly cast applications which has a cast icon built on top of the application. Most of the Google applications come with a cast icon. All you need to do is find this icon, click on it, select your television, and the application will open on your television. Now play the video, and as you can see, I can easily navigate through the timeline of this video, and the TV is casting that content. Now I can also turn off the screen and can save my phone's battery while the video will keep on playing on the television. So that's an interesting casting application from phone.
Well guys, I think you might have found those applications to be interesting, and if you think that I skipped some applications or I should cover an more interesting application that I have not covered in this video, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any questions, you can drop your comments in the comment section below and I'll definitely respond to those comments. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to share these videos with your friends. If you want to get the latest notifications, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon. Till then, take care. See you in the next video.